Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento controls the tap. De'Aaron Fox. Here comes the screen. To Fox. 5 to shoot. For 3. And he'll head to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
It's the second. One more coming. It's all 3 free throws.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Westbrook with it. George to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. George. Paul George. Good start. He's made his first shot.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder, now on a team built to win.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is actually almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He averaged 19 points, 6.5 assists last year for the Hawks, but he is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Team foul number 2.
De'Aaron Fox. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Westbrook to George. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Short jumper misses.
And a lot of times in this league, team style the pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
To Fox. Here comes the screen. Fires the 3. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Russ at the controls. To Adams. PG lets it fly. Paul George, 2 for 2. That's what you want. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
Screen coming. Knocked loose. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Paul George to Adams. That's out. Last touch by Bogdanovic. Coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions. Sacramento.
knocks it down from mid-range.
That boy's living his best life.
Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder to Paul George. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Hield. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Zach Randolph at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Thunder with the basketball. Stuffs it down with authority.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Nothing going here on that drive. This for the tie. It's good at the buzzer. He got it away just in time. And this game's all tied up at the end of the first quarter. All is our score as we get things started here in the second quarter. The Thunder have the possession. Schroeder to George. Here comes the screen. George, the pass, stolen by Sacramento.
We're going to see a team
Area won't go down. Schroeder with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Dennis Schroeder trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. It's Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox. 48 wins a year ago for the Thunder. Jay, it took them a while to get to that point, but in so many ways, the Thunder had a great opportunity in the playoffs.
They did. It just seemed like something with their chemistry was a tad bit off with Carmelo Anthony. I think him not being there, him not being in Houston, them getting Andre Robertson back. He's a big-time lockdown defender on the perimeter. You surround him with youth and Hamidou Diallo, Terrence Ferguson, Alex Abrinas. This team has a chance to compete for a Western Conference Finals.
George lets it fly, and it's Randolph with the rebound. Fox across the timeline. They're down 3. He's finally on the board, makes his first shot.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
To Paul George. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Schroeder just not going down.
You know, as a shooter, you recognize that was good defense, but that's more on you than it is the defense. Challenge yourself to get the ball back and continue to be aggressive.
Curling inside. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Another follow. No good. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. Now a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
For the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 3, Nerlens Noel. Into the game for Sacramento, number 3.
De'Aaron Fox. To Bagley. Shot from the lane won't go. Here's Schroeder with it. Up by 3. Runner here won't go down. It's the Kings now with the ball. De'Aaron Fox. Probing the defense. Five on the shot clock for Sacramento. Has a look. Farrell can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
4-3. He's been waiting a long time for that one to go down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Willie Cauley-Stein at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career mark of 64%. Free throw is good to cap off the 3-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Oklahoma City's got it. Schroeder to George. Surveys the floor to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
4-2. The assist from number 35.
Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player runs, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Buddy Hield to Fox. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Shot by Fox, off the mark.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Nice pass to get things going. Deep three at the buzzer. So the difference, 3 points as we reach the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Thunder are in a tight battle after 2 opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Kings aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Steals.
We're seeing a lot of steals in this game, and it's not been one-sided. Each of the teams in this matchup have been aggressive on defense and getting some positive results.
Player of the half.
Paul George earns the recognition because of the sheer number of dunks he threw down. One after another, he kept rattling the rim with his awesome slams.
Cold.
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Russell Westbrook with the rock. To Paul George. Westbrook to George. Down low, Adams. Bagley there for the board. Inside, he scores.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Westbrook into the front court. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. To Paul George. Westbrook. George. Not that time. He missed it. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Westbrook to George. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Jay, without question, one of the biggest moments of the NBA offseason, Paul George, he chooses the Thunder, he stays in OKC.
And how about what Paul George said? He said, it's a perfect opportunity to submit myself and bring a championship where it has never been brought. And I think him and Russ work well off each other. Playoff P wants to be Playoff P all the time. Who better to bring that out of you than the Beast Boy?
Screen right.
Westbrook. Down to Adams. Defense, making the ball carrier work. Big man, Steven Adams. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nothing going here on that drive. A lot of contact. Shots no good.
You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body controls everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Westbrook. Over to the right side. George. Here comes the screen. Tough make through traffic. He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address. But you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
Entering the game for Sacramento, number 5, Fox.
Lets it fly from long range, and Patterson grabs the rebound. Schroeder with the basketball. Leads 3. He gets it.
When I think about the biggest international names in the game today, Dennis Schroeder's name probably isn't the first that comes to mind. But did you know that he's one of only 3 players to ever play in the league from Germany? Detlef Schrempf, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dennis Schroeder. He is a blur with the basketball, and he will be the first or second option offensively down the court each and every possession.
George knocks it down off the step back. At his size on the wing, that's a tough matchup on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, let me tell you about why he's so great defensively. He gets up into you and forces you one way. Does not give you an option to dance with the basketball. That wingspan, that frame, that size, that strength, and that lateral quickness. Oh, there's no getting by Mr. George.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Nerlens Noel at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Sizing up the defense. To Hield. Down to 5 on the 24. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Slam dunk.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Thunder in command of this one. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Westbrook to Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. And the Kings able to clear the board. To Bagley. Shot clock winding down. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Adams able to clear the board. OKC ball. Westbrook to George. Westbrook to Paul George. Here comes the screen. Short jumper and a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Bagley. Down low, Randolph. The big fella, Zach Randolph. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To George. Now Adams down low. And the finish, slam dunk.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
See, I don't like that shot right there. pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Paul George, the pass taken away by the Kings.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Paul George.
Big pick right there.
To Adams. He was hacked. They let it go. To Hield. Beyond the arc for three. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
George. Knocked loose. Thunder have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Kings have the basketball. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Westbrook across the timeline. The advantage is 13 points. Big man, Steven Adams. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Knocked loose. Thunder have it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
To Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. Picked up by the Thunder. Westbrook into the front court. His guys up by 15. From the painted area, won't go down. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Westbrook with it. He'll run the offense. The jumper's off the mark. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Good victory here for the Thunder as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder were merciless in this game. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Kings are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Paul George was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.